Alright. Just got this video, and one more after this one, which we will be revisiting Culex. But we'll worry about Culex when we get to him. Let's worry about Smithy right now. He has two phases, as most end bosses do in most any RPG game. And the first thing you want to take out is that smelter, because he can make enemies, in other words, helpers. So you definitely want to get rid of that. I use Peach because my inventory was kind of full. I didn't feel like getting the Tenors card to get Mega Elixirs, and well, I just really want to point out how useful Peach can be when you really need her. My equipment setup is pretty much as anyone should be at this point in the game. Gino has the Jinx belt, and Peach has the feather to make her faster, just so I can make sure she gets her healing in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you're going to see some spells and attacks that you have never seen before and won't see from any other boss in the game. Kind of unique. I use rock candy here. And I also like to point out that you cannot continue your save file after you beat the game. So in my next video I will have all my items intact for Culex. Yeah, his helpers will use Sword Ring, which is the biggest reason why you want to get rid of that smelter as soon as possible. It won't fade off the screen, but it will just stop, kind of like Dodo and that cloaker guy. I like to point out that bombs are more effective, are kind of affected by your physical attack power. If you use Geno Boost on a character and that character uses a bomb, it'll be slightly stronger than it normally would. So, this little tidbit of information. Just beat him to death and heal as needed. I actually got both phases of Smithy in one video within just under 10 minutes. He has a lot of health, and in certain aspects he is tougher than Culex. There are just those instances where he just is. It's best not to question why, but he just is. His first phase is really, really easy, and that's just to make you let your guard down. Aero. Oh, that's cute. Drill bit. At least they didn't try to make a pun out of him. We just built this yesterday, and the foundation's very weak, so stop shaking the floor! How utterly annoying. Boom! And I'm not gonna make that crack again. Floor collapses, and we're moving on to the second phase of the fight, which is the hardest part and the longest part. And as of now, this video is got 6 more minutes. Yes, this is tough, to say the least. I had to re-record this several times because I just used the wrong party. I tried not to use Peach, but this is the very instance where you really need her. I didn't do this until I think later on in the fight, but you need to attack the body to paralyze the body, and he won't be able to move for a certain period of time. His head will be able to attack you still, I think, but he's not nearly as threatening without being able to get 2 attacks in. And when he has a ting for a head, he has several attacks. Well, really 2. He has the normal cannon shot attack like that, and he has a gold version of that, which is called a Magnum. That will instantly kill your character. even if they had the lazy shell equipped, because they got Peach. Yes, that fuck got Peach. As you obviously saw, he can mold his head into any shape he wants. And his head's the one you want to aim for, because that's, well, the main part of his body that will be getting killed. While he's the wizard, he is definitely the most powerful, but he's also very, very, very weak physically, so that's when you really want to assault him. He'll use sword rain, spear rain, which really hurts, and arrow rain. And yeah, he's a smorgasbord of everything that some of the other bosses should have been. They could have put more effort into some of the other bosses. The only effort that I believe they put into was Smithy and Culex. Those are really the only two that are genuinely unique. And there, as you probably imagine, he has a decent amount of defense, but I still hurt him a lot. And Smithy's body can use Shredder, or that head can use Shredder, which, you know, negates physical enhancements. Oh, I'm burning with power. When he says that, his body's back, and you need to wipe it out again. So no, his body will not be down for the count for the rest of the fight. You have to keep attacking it as it revives itself. Yeah, there it is. I don't believe I tried enhancing anymore after that. I think the enhancements from the last fight, the first phase of the fight, go through here because my damage went down just moments prior. Alright, there you go. That helps. It's like you're fucking taking an acid trip there. It causes poison, and I'm not sure if it affects the whole party or whatever, but it just hurt Gino. Well, Toadstool has the lazy shell, which protects her from almost everything, and Mario has a safety ring, which is pretty much the same thing, so it doesn't raise his defense as much. So, yes, Gino is the black sheep of the party. He's the only one without some sort of protection. Therefore, he will get AIDS. Lots and lots of AIDS, which will evolve into Super AIDS. I could say a South Park joke right now, but I'm not going to. That's just kind of overused. But if anyone in your party gets poisoned from that, don't worry about it. If you have Peach, Toadstool, whatever. Well, whatever you want to call her. I've called her Toadstool and I've called her Peach. They're the same person, just different names. I think it's Toadstool in Japan and Peach in America, or vice versa. I'm not entirely sure. But this fight's about over. I don't show the ending because, well, this is just a boss run. I'm not here to show you the ending. If you want to see the ending, there are plenty of YouTube videos to look through. Also, at some point, I'm going to make a video discussing who my biggest influences were to get into doing these kind of things, these kind of videos. Yeah, I was looking through my items because I thought I had another bomb or something, but I didn't, so I just opted to heal. It has different items in it, as you saw. I just scrolled through them. The only thing I got was the poison bomb thing. Now, if you're lucky, he'll stick with the wizard, but you want to make sure that you time your your group hug correctly. So you get the maximum amount of healing. I couldn't time it because I need the sound, and I've already been over that, so let's not discuss it. Alright, this is the end of part 16. Next video will be the last video of this project. I thank you for watching. And join me next time when I take on Culex again. This time, I'm bigger, better, and stronger. Rate, comment, subscribe, check out my friends' videos, links description box. Lloyd Magnus out.